Podcast with Lonzo in command. Brought to you by Compton Entertainment Chamber, across the land. News and information, straight and uncut, we deliver. Real talk every time, sharp like a sliver. Like and subscribe, stay tuned, let's time.
Hey folks, this is Lonzo, the editor of the Hub City Legend newspaper. And today, I have a brother on the show that is very, very interesting. He and I go back a little while. In fact, me and his brother go back even further. Y'all remember Bo Taylor from first what was the organization? Unity One. I knew it had something to do with one. Unity One. In fact, people said we looked alike. I didn't see it, but hey, I got accused of looking like Bo a few times. Good brother.
You do, really.
I had the pleasure of meeting his brother. I'm going to call him Mr. Taylor because his name is Lacheen. I'm going to call him Mr. Taylor. Lacheen, how you doing, Doc? Mr. Taylor?
I'm doing good, brother. All is well. I can't complain about nothing. The good Lord let us wake up one more day, man. And I'm,
in all that's going on in the country, I know during COVID, gun sales spikes tremendously. I bought some more bullets myself, ammo myself. I got
Don't say that. Don't say that. No,
okay. Did.
Okay.
As a business person, and I got some. I want you to come to my my next mixer and make your presentation as well, because as a business person,
I'm writing it right now. What's the date?
I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna tell you it's the last Thursday of the month.
Okay.
Of January, last Thursday in January. I want you to be one of my guest speakers, because as a business person, you need to be able to protect yourself. Bottom line.
True that.
I know it as the owner of Eve After Dark. I never left home without it, like my American Express card.
Come on now. Okay.
And I thought I was in bounds of legality. Few times I wasn't. I got a free ride to Carson. A free ride to Carson, okay? This brother, it's real deal, okay? This brother is, I'm going to call him an expert in what you need to know if you want to be a concealed carrier, okay? He has an organization. Tell him about your organization.
Name of it's called Be Fast. You see that right there? Oh, this side.
Okay, gotcha.
BFAST stands for Black Firearms Awareness and Safety Training. We're the very first in LA's history community-based firearms education and safety awareness training program ever.
Now, when I first saw it, Be Fast on the draw, I'm thinking you doing some wild west, but I saw what the acronym stood for. I got it. Man, tell them about your organization and what your goals are for the Black community.
So the Black and Brown community, I think the number one thing I focus on is educating our urban community members. If they wish to exercise their understand the Second Amendment, and if they wish to exercise their constitutional right to keep and bear arms, they should be able to do so. But you got to understand how to do it. You got to understand the safety, education around firearms. You got to understand conflict resolution, when to draw that weapon, when to back up, when to shoot, when not to shoot, how to interact with law enforcement, type of ammo when you get on the plane. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff to know when you start carrying that weapon. And I just wanted to make sure I got the information out to people, because there's a lot of people that don't know. They have no clue, but they want to carry a gun, and they should be able to.
You know, I was with a friend of mine the other day. He has a concealed carry permit. And he said something to me. Now, he's a lawyer, and I really couldn't debate him because he's a lawyer, and I thought he should know, but it didn't sound right. We were having a debate about somebody, him having the right to shoot somebody. And I'm like, he said, if he saw somebody in trouble, he had the right to shoot him, to attempt to save their life. Mm-hmm. I'm missing another point, because it was like, that doesn't even sound right. But what is the basic situation that would allow you to actually not defend yourself, but somebody else? Is that possible?
Absolutely.
Talk to me.
So the law is that you don't have to have, it doesn't matter who it is. A life is a life, whether it's your friend, your family member, or who you decide to defend. You can protect that life if there's an imminent death or great bodily harm. You have to know how to recognize that. You have to know how to defend without shooting the wrong person or putting rounds on point that don't need to go where they need to go. And then you got to deal with the aftermath. If you miss, or if you go to jail, you're going to go to jail in California. When you go to jail, you got to have an insurance product to get you out, or a law firm that's going to represent you. All that stuff is on the back end. So we teach all of that stuff. We cover everything about that. But yes, it's true. You can defend life, period. Doesn't matter who it is.
Is there an insurance policy that will cover a gun owner?
Absolutely. There's several of them out there. There's some that only cover self-defense incidents. There's some that cover liability, gun insurance. There's a multitude of them out there, but we only work with 3. And we'll discuss that when we go to the training part of it in the program.
Okay. Now, that being said, is gun insurance mandatory, like car insurance?
I would say I would not walk out the door without it. I wouldn't even sit here if I didn't have it. I would say yes, but it's a personal choice. It's like car insurance, like you said. If you crash, you ain't got no insurance, you're gonna be on the hook for all that.
Right.
Yeah.
I've I used to be an avid gun carrier myself until the police just told me, Mr. Williams, you're not good at this. You might want to get you a slingshot or a butter knife or something, because you're not good at carrying guns. You're already getting caught. I lost about 4 or 5 guns to the LAPD and Carson Sheriff. Because back then they would just take them from you. Yeah. If you didn't shoot nobody and you want to go to jail, possession of a concealed weapon, possession of a concealed weapon, they would take you to jail, run a ballistics on the gun. If the gun wasn't involved in anything, you paid the fine and went home. But they kept the gun. That was the deal back in the day. Things have changed dramatically since the 80s. Okay,
big time.
What is the law today for carrying a pistol, not being licensed to carry?
I don't know the law in regards to that, but I do know there's a penalty, and I don't know how severe it is, but I'd say what we would push for is that you get your record expunged, be in a situation to get your record clean, apply for your gun rights to be restored, and then apply for a firearm so you can protect yourself and carry it the right way, the legal way. Now, if you choose not to do it that way by having a concealed license, you can still carry a firearm if you are what they consider of the people, if you're able to be around firearms. And if you transport it, you got to know how to transport it the right way. Ammo here, firearm here, unreachable, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff we cover in the program. But again, you can transport legally without having it on your person if you don't have a CCW, which stands for Concealed Carry Weapons License or Permit.
Dig this right here. I'm carrying. I got my gun. I'm driving an RX-7. Ain't no trunk in the RX-7. It's the hatchback. No. I got the gun in my briefcase, locked up.
Where's the briefcase? Is the briefcase reachable or is it far away?
It's an RX-7. Everything is the back light, the tail lights is reachable. It's an RX-7. Everything is reachable. Okay.
All the way in the back.
Glove compartment is where the bullets are in the clip. I get pulled over. What's in the briefcase? Nothing. He breaks it open. There's my gun. Where are the bullets? I don't have no bullets. I was lying. Breaks open my glove compartment. Put the bullets in the gun. Gave me a case. Now they threw it out of court
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Oh, that don't.
I took a picture, took a Polaroid back. I'll be able to Polaroids. Took a Polaroid of my glove compartment and my briefcase that was broken open. The judge threw it out.
Should be,
but I still had to post.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I still posted bill. It still cost me what was about $200, it was $1,500 bond, so it was like $150 anyway. But it cost me 3 days in jail, 2.5 days in jail. Bottom line is, and here's the bad part. I had got caught legitimately right before that, and the judge was like, Mr. Williams, well, it was Mr. Williams. I was in Compton, Mr. Williams. You have been caught. This is your second time being caught with a pistol in Los Angeles County. They had my record right there. He said, I'm gonna give you one more try. If you get caught with a water pistol anywhere in Los Angeles County, you got a year coming. I said, I heard you. Say less. I ain't carried nothing since then. Okay, it's been hard for me to carry anything. But anyway, as time progressed, that is something that most people are considering. Because unfortunately, cops only did take reports. Most of the time, they taking reports. They're not stopping nothing. Mm-hmm. When they get there, everything that happened. And if they show up, most of the time they show up so late, everything that happened, you starting to heal already. Shit. So anyway, talk to them how your program works.
Let me address that what you just mentioned just now, because that happens a lot. And people get caught. We get a lot of urban community members, Black and brown community members, who go to jail just for possession, just for having that thing on them.
Right.
And if we can shift that to having it on you the right way, it makes it less problematic when you get to that. Because today ain't like back then when you did it. You pay $200. They holding you for the stuff now.
Right.
And when you run it, if it's something on it, they're gonna hold you for that and slap something on it.
Right.
So we want to push the right way, and it's just hard for people to just say, look, man, I don't want to have that on me, but I'm naked out here. I ain't got nothing. I gotta have something. So then you go the crooked way because you ain't got it legally, and that's where the problems come. So we want to transition them from the old way to the new way, and it's gonna take some discipline. It's hard. That's where BFAST comes in, because we can take, like, let's say somebody with a record that don't have, and I'm not going to put you on blast, but let's say somebody with a record that has all non-violent felonies, but non-violent.
Okay.
We can show you a way to get your record expunged, get those non-violent felons a list, a chart. Tell you where to go to get that chart. It's called a rap sheet. You get that, we take a peek at it, and since 1992, the administration now opened the doors and said all non-violence can file to get your gun rights restored. Once that restoral process happens, you get that letter returned. You either write a letter to the governor if it's state, to the feds if to the president if it's federal. Once you get that letter back, with that, now you've got your gun rights restored. You can actually apply for a firearm. Okay. That is the way to go, so you can properly carry it on your person and get the CCW, which is the best way, because you can't do nothing without it, man. You can't tell the criminal, hold on, let me go get the bullet.
I got to be right back.
Wait a minute. No,
right back.
You got to be ready, like right now. Like, okay, have extra magazines on you. 2 or 3 of them. Have that thing ready, whether you carry appendix or sidearm, 3 o'clock, whatever. You got to be ready to defend right away, because there is no time, and criminals don't take days off. They don't know what that means.
My philosophy at one time was, if I got to take my gun, I don't want to go.
Exactly.
Well, that was something I said in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. But as time progresses, man, you never know where you're gonna need it. That's the bad part about it. It's like insurance. You don't know when you're gonna need some insurance. Yeah. And that's like insurance. Again, I try to keep myself, in upstanding places, but shit, that's where all the shit jump off.
Exactly. I always say before I leave the house, I do a checklist, bro. I do like this. We're not able to show nothing on here, huh?
I don't know what you do. Yeah, okay, but we can. Go ahead.
Do like this. I do a checklist. My wallet, my license, my CCW license inside, my magazines. I make sure I got one or two. Then I got, I don't know if I can show that or not, but I got my friend with me. If I don't have a checklist that's fully with everything that I need to go to protect me and my family before I roll out, man, I ain't going. I turn around many times to come back because I'm not ready. I'm not prepared to defend myself so that I can make it back home. That's the mindset you should be in every single day. And once you start carrying, it's a no-brainer, bro.
Have you ever had to use your weapon? At least let it be known, hey man, I ain't the one.
I haven't had to get to that point, but I've had multiple times where I forgot. I forgot. And I just went like from the house to like right across the street. And I had an issue, and I was like, damn, I forgot my shit.
Wow.
This is how serious, and it was life-threatening situation. But I had to just get the hell out of there quick and run. I ain't talking about walking, I'm talking about bailing back. And when I came back, it was gone. It was too late. If I had done something then, I would have been wrong because you got to understand the law. You can't go after something. You got to deal with it head on.
You can't go and come back.
I wasn't prepared to deal with it head on. So life is over at that point. So it lets you know how serious this game is, man, of having a way to protect yourself and being able to protect yourself immediately, knowing how, getting trained to present that weapon at the right time and put the rounds on point without missing, and then have an insurance product to back you up or a law firm. All of that, bro, is so severe, man. I mean, it's dead serious. I watched an interview last night. A cat, Cola Noir. You familiar with him?
No.
Brother from Texas, real sharp cat, big podcast, doing this thing. He interviewed this other brother that was following him, and he was showing how somebody witnessed or took a video camera of his shooting, his self-defense shooting. Somebody turned around, burned rubber, came back, turned around and got at him. He pulled out his weapon and defended himself, and the judge, they threw it out of court. Not throw it out, but they gave him the benefit of the doubt. He actually followed the police car to the station where the guy went to the hospital, and they actually took his gun, of course. They didn't take him to jail or nothing, but they made sure that, after the investigation, that it was a self-defense shooting. So it happens like that sometimes. The best thing to do is be in a well-lit area, but it don't always happen like that. You just got to make sure at some point, video cameras, whatever, your cell phone, any kind of device that you can record is always better, man. That's going to be helpful to you.
What made you start getting involved in this gun advocacy?
I wanted to find a way to protect my mom and my family if I was in a situation where I had to. And I had enough of these back in the days. We all did, growing up. And I broke my wrist so many times. I don't even want to break them no more. I got to think smart and think of how can I protect myself and my family without having to go here. Because the young cats out today, man, they ain't about this. They with that trigger. So I figured a way to tap into something that could protect me. And the fastest thing I found was a firearm. But I had to understand the community, the lifestyle of carrying a weapon, how to get a weapon, how to keep a weapon, what laws I need to know when I travel, all the stuff, the bullets, the ammo types in certain counties. Do I have to tell the cop that I'm carrying right now because I'm standing next to him? When do I have to tell him how to transport the weapon on the airplane without ending up in the federal penitentiary? I mean, it became a big old question, like, how can I do all this and still legally carry? And I figured it out. So I said, it's a lot of people that I talk to, they got guns, but they don't even want to have them on them. So I'm like, why you have it at the house? It ain't gonna help you.
It ain't gonna help you.
It ain't gonna help you do nothing if you're out the streets. What happened if something happened? You just are dead. Well, I just have to, you ain't gonna deal with it. You're gonna be 6 feet. I don't want to be that cat.
The California laws have always confused me, especially when it came to guns. You have to have it locked up. At home, you got to have it locked up someplace. Well, if somebody come to your house, you ain't got time to be punching no combinations. and with your heart rate being elevated and the adrenaline flowing, you ain't gonna think about all that shit.
No, sir. No, sir.
That shit ain't gonna be working right. Okay.
Can I share something with you, brother?
Go right ahead, please do.
In my hand, walking around in my pocket at the house all day, every day. No question. But you have to be what they consider of the people. Someone that can be around firearms, is not restricted. And whatever you do, you got to make sure that you fall in that category, because once you're in your house, that's your house in California. That's your domicile. You can have it. There's no problem with that. You don't have to have it locked. Only when you leave the house, or if there are children around or somebody that you don't want to have access to it, then you need to lock it.
Got you. Does your backyard, all that, they're all included too, or just your house?
Property, all your property. That's you.
Okay. Now I know that's one of the things that got me off one time. I was at the club and I was on the property, but I did some dumb shit to somebody who wasn't on the property, and I still ended up had to go make it. I got a ride to Carson. Okay. So yeah, I got a free ride to Carson. I'm before they had Uber.
I like how you worked. I got a ride to Carson.
I had a ride to Carson. Okay, that's when Carson was patrolling Avalon El Segundo. Now it's patrolled by the Alameda station. But yeah, I got a free ride to Carson, courtesy of the Carson Sheriff Department. But yeah, man, I can't say I'm a gun lover per se. I know they are necessary situations. They're like any other tool. I don't use my drills every day, but I got them. Okay. Yeah. I don't use my saws every day, but I got them. And again, until I talk to you and my partner, who is a lawyer, who has a concealed carry weapon, concealed weapon carry permit, I didn't even think about it. But man, you need to get one. You're a celebrity. I never thought about it. I never thought about that. Like I said, usually when I'm out someplace, I'm where I think I'm safe, but you never know what's on somebody else's mind. So I'll be taking your class for sure. Your class is on? When is your class now?
So we got. Thank you for asking. We got one coming up on the grand opening on the 16th, next Tuesday, in Leimert Park at 4305 Degnan Boulevard, number 105. It's going to be from 4:30 to 7:30. It's going to be the grand opening.
Ain't that Barbara Morrison spot?
It's right next to her building. It kisses her building. Yep, right there.
Okay, cool. All right, that's a good thing. What time to start?
4:30 to 7:30.
4:30 to 7:30. How much it costs?
It's free to come in.
Okay.
And I would say register those links I shared with you. Register first. If you don't register, just show up. It's only 90 seats available. Okay. And the registration is, I got a special. It's normally $159. It's $100 right now to register.
Okay.
Once you register, you get those 3 days of training, and then you sign up for a tier 1, 2, or 3. That gives you the breakdown of where you want to select as a member. So you have to become a member. Okay.
I'm gonna add this video to our to the paper, so it'll be in our paper as well. So yeah. Now we're gonna bring you to the CPT and somewhere around Compton as well.
I'm looking forward to that, man. I'm sure the gun laws are placed in the areas that are most flooded with violence. So the education needs to be there so people are aware these gun laws are to restrict us from having a way to protect ourselves. And it gets harder and harder with fees, with laws, with restrictions, with magazine amounts. Like, you're not supposed to have more than 10. And like, if you do, it's a problem. It's a lot of stuff that constricts us from being able to protect ourselves. So it's extremely important that I get this information out, because people are just walking around, and it's unfair that we have to walk around with no help. Like you said earlier, when the police get there and the fire department get there, it's too late now. Everything's already done. Right. Why we can't defend ourselves before getting to that point? So BFAST is a excuse me. BFAST is a conduit between law enforcement and the community to let them know that, look, when you see this, you'll know two things. Well, two things will happen. Criminals will learn to respect this because when they see this, they're going to know that if you come this way, yeah, you're going to get dealt with. Law enforcement will see that and say, okay, be fast. Okay, be fast. They're either a member, they have a CCW legally, or they're a member and they know how to transport a weapon legally. Most likely that's not the person that I'm going to be getting into a shootout with. So it's a good thing to see this shirt. And I've been talking to law enforcement little by little, informing them of what to expect when they see this. So this is a powerful statement. It's the first of its kind in LA City history. And it's good because like people like yourself, a celebrity, they don't mean nothing to a robber or a crook or a jacker. You, matter of fact, you more of a target than anybody because they think you got something. And now chains is being snatched and all that stupid stuff for no reason. Okay, yeah, get somebody with a Be Fast t-shirt and see how that's going to turn out. So when you think of the concept, it's a way to reduce crime because people see that they most likely, if they're smart, they're going to think to go the other way. And then it's a way to keep officers safe because what we have is this thing called a CLEC card. It's Community Law Enforcement Credential. That's what I created that you present to law enforcement when they pull you over.
Mm-hmm.
In 10 seconds, I'm training law enforcement on how to read this card, right? So this card will look like a sheet of paper like this. It'll be laminated. It'll have your personal information on it, and it'll be encrypted. Things that are close to your house with your name and your information will let that law enforcement know in 10 seconds if he have a criminal when he pulled him over or if he have a real BFAS member. And that's going to like set it off between like, wow, can it really be a space for community members and law enforcement to exist in a gun-free zone in an area that has never been challenged before? Sure. Be fast is the way. We're going to show you. The old way is you catch a case, you get the gun, you get caught, you get locked up, you washed up for a long time, right? Now, the new wave is get yourself into this Be Fast program, understand the laws. Law enforcement is starting to understand it and recognize it. Get an insurance product in case you have to defend yourself. That insurance product will get you out of jail, fight your case on the street. That's the new wave, bro. Completely.
Okay. All right. That being said, Doc, we're gonna wrap this interview up. Tell them where they can find you again now.
BeFastNLA.com. Excuse me, BeFastNLA@gmail is the email address, and the website is BeFast, the letter N, the letter L, the letter A, BeFastNLA.com.
All right, folks. You talk to my man Lacheen Taylor from Be Fast LA. He'll be throwing down. He'll be bringing the information to you. Just be ready for it because it ain't no joke. If you ain't ready, you're going to get ready. That's for doggone show. All right? We are out of here, folks. Thank you very much, Doc. We'll see you. In the meantime, folks, check out the Hub City Legend newspaper. If you have not subscribed, send me your email address or you can text it to me at 424-256-9211. Put us on your put you on our mailing list. Keep up with all the latest information in Compton and the surrounding areas, folks. Much love to you. This is Lonzo. We are out of here. Peace.
Amazing. Bro, you got major skills. Wow. Dang. Where you at? Sorry, I couldn't talk. I was doing an interview.
I just need to get my hair, and then I was gonna say, I was gonna come. Do you get that shit back, homeboy? Fix the computer, get another screen, or can you, could it be? Is it cheaper somewhere else or something?
I think 150 for that screen is fair.
And
It's a Mac, so they usually charge a lot more for everything on a damn Mac.
are you serious? Look at you go. Okay. So I was gonna tell him to go ahead and well, I think he'll still do it. I was gonna say because I think he gonna want some money so he can order it. But, I'm gonna see if he can go ahead and just order it because he said it's probably take a couple of days.
He might have one there already.
No, I don't doubt it. He would have said 1 to 3. He would have said that he had one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said he need to order it. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe he can call around to another place and maybe they might have one or something. Or he can get it today.
Call him and see.
I just call him and see.
Okay, I appreciate it. That video came out nice. How did yours come out in school? Once you got a thing going in school, you used the computer at school to do your presentation?
Yeah, he just took it to the UV drive and it came up on the monitor. That's how everybody else was doing theirs. But they had it submitted, but I couldn't do it. So he just hooked it up to his thing.
So what do you think is wrong with your computer, or is it just nothing wrong? It's just that you just need to go.
He said they said that and need that Chrome. He said no. He said why would you put that on there? I said I didn't. I said my friend did.
Hold on, Lee. Hold on. Bro, that was amazing, man. You are amazing.
Oh, thank you, Dad.
I don't know how you do what you do, brother, but I was looking. I was like, how does he get all of this shit to say that? You formulated that?
What you mean?
The show and all that, the after effects and the before and all, you did all that?
Oh yeah, I do all that shit.
Wow, that's
I
amazing.
lay it all out, and it's a program that's on my machine. I can sit it in there when I push go. All this stuff starts to move automatic, but it makes it a lot easier for me to work with.
Man, that's amazing.